Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm working on the Harley Davidson again. I'm going to be working on the front end of the Harley, so we're changing out the headlights. We're doing a couple other changes to the front end of the bike and hopefully going to improve the look or make it a bit more custom. That's the kind of look we're going for. We don't like the stock look, so we want to just change it to a bit more custom. And yeah, we've done what we think is a couple tasty mods or tasty things that we've bought to do to the bike, and you're going to watch the installation of it all today. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Please just excuse the mess in my garage in the background. I've got a couple projects on the go at the moment, and yeah, garage is a bit of a mess, so just excuse it. To start, I'm going to remove the mirrors. I'm going to loosen up the indicators to take them down. I'm going to loosen up the clusters, or whatever you want to call it, the controls here, so I can get the grips out, because we're changing these out. And then to loosen the levers and take them off, both sides, left and right. I'm going to loosen the brake line over here. I do need to get a new brake line. We are still busy with that. So I'm going to loosen the brake line anchor over here. Not sure if you can see. And that will help us to free this up a bit. And then we need to loosen these top bolts to replace the handlebars. Once I've put the new handlebars on, I can then start reassembling both side controls, the right side and the left side, put the grips back on, put the new mirrors on, put the new indicators on, and that will be sort of this process. To loosen the controls, it's a T25 on top and then one on the bottom to take the covers off, and then the levers come off with a T27. There's one there and one over there, and the exact same on the side. Here's everything unpacked. There's the LED headlamp, there's the wing mirror, its accessories or its mounts. We've got the knurled grips, CNC aluminium. We've got the Axel Nut Covers for the front. We've got the tank lift kit. I didn't like the zinc coated bolt that came with it, so I just went to my local shop and I bought a stainless steel bolt. So I'm going to replace that. We've got the indicators that I've soldered up and gotten ready with a plug, and then the bars themselves. Just to give a recap of what the bike looks like currently. It's got the original Harley Davidson headlamp with a globe. There's the front axle. I'm going to take the reflectors off. There's the original indicators and mirrors. I've just turned them upside down for now. And then we've got the original rubber grips and the standard handlebars, which I'm going to be changing as well. So let's just show you a front end of it now, and at the end of it you'll see. That's the controls loose on this side. I'm just going to lay some cloths over the tank because I don't want to damage the finish of the tank itself, just in case it bumps. That's that off. There's a little brass collet on the end of the cable here. I'm just taking it off because I don't want to lose that. Okay, then it's just to disconnect these clips over here so that we can take the bars off, and then all of that will hang down low. I'm going to put a cloth over the air filter as well to protect that. Don't want to scratch it. To take the bars off, it's a 1/4 inch drive. Now my concoction is 1/4 inch to 3/8 and then 3/8 to 1/2 inch, because I don't have a 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch socket. Bit of a mix and match, but it will do. While I'm busy working on it, some of the bolts, or most of the bolts, are looking ugly and horrible. So I've bought some stainless steel bolts, and my mate's father Trevor, thank you very much Trevor, has kindly turned them in the lathe for me to take the serrations off. So if you have a look there, it looks quite a lot nicer, and they've been polished, so I think it's going to finish it off quite a bit better. Once again, thank you Trevor. Okay, let's put the new bars on. As I said, got the new stainless bolts, and I'm going to put the new stainless bolts in. Okay, this needs to go on first, and this goes in a certain way because on the grip here, I'm not sure if you can see, but it's not perfectly round, so it only goes in one way, which I think is that way. Like that. This top cover can go back on. Just finger tight. And then the lever can go back on. But what I'm doing with the lever is same thing what I've done over here. I'm putting new stainless bolts in because just to make it look a bit nicer. On the bottom of the bars is a dimple, so I need to pull the grip back so that the dimple is enough to route the cables. Is it under the clutch lever? Okay, while I'm here, I'm going to take the indicator off. I've just taken the brake line off and cleaned out the reservoir, and then I can put the brake lever back on here with the controls. It's going to be a bit of a juggling act to try to get this sorted, but we'll see. Sorry, I know it's not the best POV for you guys, but it's not the easiest to get recorded either. Okay, here we go. Okay, when I sit on the bike later, I'll just adjust these and then tighten them up, but that's pretty much the handlebars done. Throttle works. There's a bit of play there, but there was on the plastic one as well. So these are tight. I can now continue with the headlight. To get these off quickly, it's also a 1/4 inch Allen head. Just gonna let this rest on here. Being slightly concerned whether I'm going to get the new indicator cable through, I'm actually going to leave this loose. I'm going to swap out the headlight now quickly. To get the headlight out, it's just a star screwdriver at the bottom here, and that loosens the headlight ring. What? Wasn't expecting that to happen. The new light has got the same 3-pin connector, so you can just push this in. Make sure we got proper connection over there. Before I actually push it back in, I want to test that it actually works. Yes, it does. And so does high beam. That's cool. Okay, that's back together and tight. What I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to feed my indicator wire through so that I've got the plug through and the connection through, and then I can tighten this back up, the headlight mount. Time to do mirrors and indicators, and to do that I've just marked the indicators with my label, so it's just going to come up under here and mount underneath there like that. So the set came with a longer stud to go through like that. Then I'm going to put the indicator, a spring washer, and then the mirror itself. I got to tighten this up still, just roughly checking how it all looks. I think this point of view is actually looking quite nice and sleek. The new mirrors are on both sides, I just got to angle them better. And then the new indicators are also on. You can see there the smaller indicator. I'm not sure how well that one's going to work. I need to check that out. I've cable tied them down nicely over there, and then the cable runs down the side here. Once I do the wire tuck, I will sort out that. Now what I want to do is remove these reflectors and put the front axle covers on. These axle covers are actually quite cool. There's just 2 grub screws, so it goes over the side and then you tighten the grub screws in. I want to see how the axle cover sits on it first. Okay, there's no difference between the two, so doesn't matter which way it goes. Then it's got a Allen key it comes with, and then 2 grub screws. It looks like there's already like a bit of thread locker on here, so I'm gonna just tighten them on. That one's on. Then I just want to take the reflector off. This should be on just with double-sided tape. So much nicer. I'm going to clean that up. Much nicer. Now to do the other side. Now that we're done with the front end, I can start with the wire tuck. So to do that, I need to loosen that bolt to loosen up the tank, which comes through to this side. Need to disconnect the fuel line, and then hopefully there's a detachable cord for the fuel pump. I need to see once I lift the tank up. Can start on that now. Okay, let's start by loosening off the tank. Okay, now to loosen, or let me actually take seats off. Okay, that one was very tight. I actually had to use a shifting spanner to get the right size because I don't have imperial spanners. Okay, following the fuel line, the electric, that goes in there somewhere. So I might just have to move the tank onto the side there. Okay, fuel tank's off. Just going to give the backbone a bit of a wipe here quickly. While it's off, I can clean it. And then we can start pulling our clips off. So the idea is this bracket over here, I've bent it and made that to move the coil pack, or the coil pack to the middle here. So that is going to come out as well and be mounted over there. So I need to get new bogey cords made. That's part of the process that we're going to do. So I can take these off. This is off. I can cut all the cable ties down the side here, and then we can start with that. Geez, after like cutting 1,000 cable ties, no, I'm just joking. The plastic is ready to come out, or at least I think it is. Yes, there we go. And I can pull this whole piece out. Let me just pull this back here. There we go. Got the plastic out and all the bare wires. So now there's no harness tape on that, so I'm going to tape that up with my own harness tape and then move it up on top, but you'll see now. Okay, I took the coil pack off the front mount and I've just put a rubber O-ring in between the coil pack and this bracket, just to help with some dampening. And then I've got the sort of nut section that was in the back of its original bracket. So what I'm going to do here is just add a bit of thread locker. Even though I've got the O-ring, I'm just going to add a bit of thread locker just to ensure that with the vibration it doesn't wiggle its way loose. Now I just got to get two new bogey cords made, because this one is not going to be long enough and that one's got the wrong connect to the others. To figure out exactly where this tank is going to sit and how am I going to route the cabling, I just want to put the tank lift kit on quickly, just with pushing the bolts through, not actually mounting it, and then I'm going to be able to determine where I can cable tie my wires and how high we're going to go. So I'm just going to take the tank and put it back on. Okay, it actually goes up quite a bit, and it leaves me a bit of space at the bottom here to run my cabling up under. So I think this is going to work, and I think it's going to look quite nice. Quite excited. Okay, so all of these plugs I want to unplug and then bring it over this side of the backbone so that we're able to cable tie or route the cabling nicely around this side. So I'm going to do them one by one just to make sure that I don't make any mistakes. Perfect. Now I can harness tape. The last connection is this one over here, which goes to the coil pack, but because that's no longer situated at the front, I've pulled it all the way out. I'm going to take this one up separately so that I can route it to the side here where I've put the coil packs now. Okay, that's all the harness tape's done. Now I can cable tie it. To tie the wires nicely, I've got these nice thick thick cable ties. So I'm going to use them to tie the cables up. To cable tie these nicely, I'm just going to use smaller ties. And that's that, and then I need to just do the indicator connection, which I'm going to sort of put somewhere back here. I just need to make a new connection for that. Here's all the pieces that I need to make the adapter to go from the original Harley plug to the new plug, which I did on the indicators. So we've got the rubber grommets for behind, the terminals, the plug itself, some cable braid, some heat shrink, and then the front securing clip. There's the connector now done, from the Harley Davidson to my connector, all sorted now. Okay, I've just plugged in the harness change from the Harley harness to the new cable I made for the indicators, and then it's just to cable tie all this down now. This last cable tie over here. Got the original rear bolt, so I'm just gonna lay it over, put the rear bolt through, that's it bolted together and sorted now. Just a bit of cleanup to do. Yeah, I think that pretty much looks nice. Because the bars have gone higher up, I'm not going to be able to finish the bike today. I've had to order a new line from there down to the block, which splits to the ABS pump, and then back from there I've ordered a new line from that block down to the caliper. So front brakes aren't working or aren't gonna work. For the time being. I've ordered, it should be about a week or so for them to make the lines, so I'll be coming back. What I do want to do is I want to show you guys the indicators working. Let me just grab the key here. So there you can see the headlights working. There you can see that's right indicator and left indicator. So that's very cool, very nice. I'm quite happy that that's sorted now. Headlight looks very, very nice. Very happy with that. Oh, that is now the front of the Harley done and complete. I think it looks much nicer, much neater. I actually do quite like the handlebars. I was wanting to do drag bars in the first place, but the owner of the bike actually decided he wanted the windowed bars, and I think it's actually turned out quite nice. The tire tuck also worked quite well. I think it looks a lot cleaner, a lot neater, and yeah, I'm actually quite happy with how it's turned out and how the day went. I think it's really starting to make a turn, or starting to become a more custom bike. I actually think it's turned out very well. Very, very happy with the light. The indicators also came out quite nice. It's nice and minimal, neat, and yeah, I think it's very, very nice. Very, very happy with it. Thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. It's greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. And as always, leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think about what we've done and what we can still possibly do. See you in the next video.